We keep having an issue with this gasket leaking on the thermostat here, and we can see because we got those water buildup. I've tightened it down as far as I feel comfortable tightening it down, and I really don't want to strip out the intake. So we're going to get rid of that old paper gasket, and we're going to throw in this Fel-Pro rubber gasket. It's pretty thick. First thing we need to do, though, is we need to drain the coolant level. Not all the way out of the engine, but we need to get it down far enough so that way when we take this housing off, we don't have water or coolant shooting everywhere. So we have the radiator cap off above. What you want to do now is get yourself a clean pan, because we're going to reuse this coolant. Get yourself a pair of pliers, and you just want to break it loose. We're going to twist it left. Now we'll just keep twisting it until we get a good enough flow that we feel good with. All right, that feels good. We're going to drain it to about, I'd say, half of this pan, and then we'll cut it off, and that will give us enough room to kind of work with for underneath the thermostat gasket. Now we have coolant levels drained enough. We tightened up that line back again. Don't over tighten it, just get it tight so that way it's secure, it's not going to loosen itself up. Grab yourself your socket. I got an extension on my ratchet here, and this one is a 1/2 inch. So we'll just loosen it up, kind of loosen up the other side too while we're at it. Kind of evenly loosen them. Okay. So I'll bring you back once that's nice and off. Now we have it off. There's two things I want you to notice here. We got the whole gasket off, it's not ripped. The faceplate is nice and clean. And then if we were to change out the thermostat, which is this little piece right here, this is your thermostat, and it just sits right in that grommet. I always like to take a drill and drill a little hole in the thermostat. That helps with the bleeding process and getting rid of air bubbles. So that's just a little quick tip there. Some thermostats nowadays actually come with the hole pre-made or some type of like flutter valve or something like that. So we're gonna get that new thick Fel-Pro gasket on there. Okay, we got the gasket back in, filled up with coolant. Let's start it up, get that bled, and see how it all runs. Not seeing any leaks here. Carb's looking okay. We're gonna wait for all these little bubbles to stop coming out. We'll shut her down, put the cap on.